The James Webb Space Telescope was designed to see farther, clearer, and deeper into the universe than any instrument before it. But no one expected it to find this. Not because it was too faint, not because it was too distant, but because, according to every model of cosmology, this structure simply should not exist. What Webb found was not a star, not a galaxy, not a nebula, cluster, or anything we have a name for. It was something else entirely, an entity or formation that breaks the rules of how matter behaves, how gravity acts, and how the early universe evolved. The discovery started as a faint, irregular patch in a region Webb was scanning for ancient galaxy seeds. At first, researchers thought it was an artifact, just a glitch in the reconstruction. But once the telescope locked onto it directly, the scientific mood shifted from curiosity to confusion, to concern. The object emitted a type of signal unlike anything in the background sky. Tight, structured bands of energy, far too ordered to be random noise. And when the team tried to classify it, the spectrometer returned something that stunned the room. It wasn't emitting light from atoms or dust or plasma. It was emitting something closer to geometric radiation, a layered pattern like an architectural blueprint encoded in light. But that wasn't the strangest part. The object didn't sit still. It pulsed, slowly, rhythmically, as if responding to something. When they compared observations from earlier surveys, Webb's detection wasn't the first time the structure had appeared. Hubble had captured it faintly over a decade ago, but back then it was dimmer, smaller, and completely unrecognizable. It has grown since then, brightened, sharpened, evolved. And nothing in the universe evolves like that, not over billions of light years, not across cosmic time, not without a catastrophic source of energy fueling it. Webb wasn't meant to find this. It wasn't even looking for anything like it. But now the telescope has revealed something that may rewrite what we understand about cosmic architecture, and scientists are beginning to ask a chilling question. What kind of structure can build itself in the fabric of space? And more importantly, why is it still growing?
As researchers analyzed the data, they noticed a strange phenomenon surrounding the structure: gravitational curvature that didn't match its visible mass. The space around it bent, as if something enormous, something invisible, was shaping the region. At first, they suspected a cluster of black holes, but black holes don't create ordered light emissions. They rupture, consume, tear apart. This thing organizes, stabilizes, aligns. Webb's Deep Field Imager captured a breathtaking detail. Surrounding the central object was a ring-like arrangement of smaller luminous nodes, evenly spaced, glowing softly like points on an enormous cosmic diagram. Natural formations don't arrange themselves like that. Gravity does not choose symmetry on such scales. Yet there it was, an orbiting lattice that looked engineered, even though the word engineered is one scientists refuse to use. The structure's behavior grew even stranger. About once every 12 hours, based on the redshift-adjusted timing, the inner core released a wave of energy that rippled outward, like a shock wave moving through water. But this wasn't random turbulence. The ripples were evenly spaced, harmonically spaced. Perfect intervals, a cosmic metronome ticking across billions of light years. When scientists fed the pulse patterns into analytical software, the waveform resembled something eerily familiar: constructive interference. In simple terms, the pulses behave as if they're reinforcing each other, like a system trying to amplify itself. This led to an extraordinary hypothesis. The structure might be resonating. Not glowing, not collapsing, not reacting, but resonating at a frequency embedded into the fabric of space-time, a frequency the universe normally keeps silent. But the implications of that idea rip open an entirely new domain of questions. If this is resonance, what triggered it? If the object is amplifying itself, what is its energy source? And most importantly, is the structure natural? Or is it a relic from a cosmic era so ancient we've never observed anything like it before? One model suggests the structure could be a remnant from the inflationary epoch, a frozen scar from when space-time expanded faster than light. Another proposes it's a topological defect, a fold in the universe left behind like a crease. But neither model explains the impossible symmetry, the geometric emissions, or the accelerating brightness. Whatever this thing is, it's not behaving like an accident. It's behaving like a system.
When Webb zoomed deeper into the region, it uncovered the most disturbing detail yet. The structure seems to be interacting with its surroundings, not gravitationally, that was expected, but physically, converting energy from nearby space and reorganizing it into its own geometry. Imagine a structure that doesn't just sit in the universe, but participates in it, reshaping the environment like a living blueprint. Around the object, background galaxies appear slightly distorted, not stretched randomly as in gravitational lensing, but bent along lines that match the structure's internal geometry. It's as if the space around it is being instructed to follow a pattern. More unsettling was the discovery of moving shadows, dark streaks orbiting the structure, detectable only from the way they occlude background starlight. They behave like objects, but they emit no radiation. They pass through the structure's luminous regions without disrupting them, as though they exist in a slightly different physical regime. Some scientists think they may be fragments of exotic matter, leftover pieces of a process we've never witnessed before. Others suspect they might be evidence of an internal mechanism, like gears rotating in space-time. The big breakthrough came when a team mapped the timing of the luminous pulses. They realized the pulses weren't slowing down or speeding up, they were shifting phase, cycling through a repeating pattern of 7 distinct configurations. Each configuration altered the shape of the structure in subtle but measurable ways. It was rearranging itself, adapting. The structure's harmonics strengthened with each cycle, creating shock patterns that interfered with the faint cosmic microwave background behind it. Somehow, this object was loud enough, energetically speaking, to distort the oldest light in the universe. Then came the most alarming observation. When researchers compared the structure's current geometry to the earliest low-resolution images, the entire formation appears to be expanding, not collapsing, not decaying, expanding in a controlled manner, as if growing towards some final configuration. But expanding into what, and for what purpose? No other cosmic phenomenon grows with symmetry. No natural object builds itself with precision, and nothing in the history of astronomy has ever resembled this. If the structure is following a blueprint, then Webb has captured something we were never meant to see, a universe-scale mechanism activating after billions of years of silence.
The final datasets forced NASA into a position no agency wants to be in, acknowledging the unknown. The structure is no longer just strange, it is unprecedented. Its luminosity continues to rise. Its geometry continues to refine. And the harmonic pulses are edging closer together, indicating some kind of approach toward a threshold. But a threshold of what? A transition? A release of energy? A change of state? The most radical theory suggests the structure might be similar to a cosmic seed, a dormant formation left from the earliest moments of reality, now absorbing enough energy to activate. If that's true, then we are watching a process older than galaxies, older than matter, older than physics as we understand it. A universal process resurfacing. But another possibility is far more unnerving, that the structure is not forming, but revealing itself. What we see might be the first layer, the surface, the observable face of something far more complex hidden behind the veil of space-time. And as the pulses intensify, more layers might unfold. Webb's data already hints at deeper substructures, stripes of gravitational interference behind the visible geometry, like shadows of something too large to fully enter our universe. If that is the case, then the structure we observe could be a doorway, not in the science fiction sense of travel, but in the physical sense of a boundary between two different regimes of reality, or two different phases of the universe.
Scientists analyzing the expanding geometry note a chilling consistency. Every part of the structure aligns toward a single axis, a direction pointing far beyond the visible cosmic horizon, as if the structure is responding to something outside our universe or tied to conditions we can't observe. And here is the most haunting part. Whatever is happening has already happened. The light Webb is capturing is billions of years old. The structure might be long gone, or it might be far more evolved now, or it might have been only the first of many. NASA has no explanation. Cosmologists have no consensus. But one thing is certain. Webb has uncovered a phenomenon that was never meant to be found. A structure that could redefine the origins, evolution, and ultimate fate of the universe. And the fact that it is growing, organizing, and resonating suggests the universe may be hiding far more than we ever imagined.